Well.
What's up, yo? Shottaz.
It's your boy Max Shottaz.
We are the Shottaz.
Yes, we're here at Mutapa Media with your host, DJ RonRon.
I think we just dropped an EP a few weeks ago called Energy. It's on any streaming platform that you like. Go and check it out, sing and spread the word as well.
And watch out for the interview we just did with the man himself, DJ RonRon. It's a vibe. So check it out.
You will learn a thing or two.
This is your boy DJ RonRon, the Gaston Gladiator, in the studio with a special guest. These guys have already been in the studio. Shottaz, we've got Max Shottaz over here. We've got Shottaz in the studio. Guys, we want to welcome you back to the studio.
It's good to be back after how many months? Months of lockdown.
Yeah, or something. Months of lockdown.
It's been too long.
How have you been during Corona lockdown and stuff?
Oh, surviving.
How about you, Max? Yeah.
I'm here.
Writing and...
it was good in a way. It was a blessing in disguise in a way because it gave us a bit of time to focus on working and doing the music.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you used to wearing masks?
We are
in
now.
Public. do you feel like if you were catching a train or if you're getting in a shop, you automatically wear a mask?
I forgot it a couple hours ago when I went to the shop.
Yeah, when you were going to the shops, I know.
Getting into the door, that's when I realized, I'm naked. I'm naked. I have to go dress
What about
up.
you, Max?
I have problems with masks, man, because I'm a big boy. So, like yesterday, I had to run for the train. And then when you get in the train, you gotta wear your mask, but then you're still breathing.
Yeah.
So I was like blowing hot air all over my face. It was a bit awkward, but yeah, it's adjustment curve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think it's a good thing, or is something that you think people are just getting a little bit over the top with?
It seems like it's worked so far.
All right.
So it's a necessary evil. If we gotta do it for so long for the greater good.
Exactly.
Then it's gotta be done,
What about you, Max? Max.
No comment. No comment.
They were the ones who were protesting in the city.
I was there.
Yeah, just saying, we don't want no mask and stuff like that. Yeah,
Did you see the guy that hit the police horses and all that?
Oh yeah, man.
That was
you were part of the group.
That was one of my people.
I bet you they would have arrested you for a long time. But guys, we want to thank you for coming again back to the studio. We saw the EP coming out, Energy, and it's actually impressive that someone can bring out an EP just after a lockdown. That means you're working during lockdown, or probably this EP you had it before lockdown and you just released it. What's going on?
We were working. So Energy is like, I think all the songs we recorded during lockdown. Am I?
Yeah.
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 You were recording all the songs.
Yeah, during lockdown. Yeah.
So how did you pass it on? Because obviously it's a two team member.
Yeah.
I had to make a makeshift studio in my house.
All right.
So Max is recording in his studio. I'm recording in my studio.
So I think Corona actually is an advantage because obviously it made us create our own, studios and stuff like that. And the sound quality was good anyway.
Yeah.
And why an EP? Because I was surprised when Energy came up, and I've been listening to you and I've been following you. You have been bombarding us with a lot of singles. How many singles have you bombarded with us before the EP came out, man?
5, 6,
hey.
somewhere there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a busy year. It's been a hectic year, man.
2020 plenty, eh?
Yeah, 20 plenty.
I mean, if I don't know if I should say this, but we actually recorded more than that.
Way more.
It's only you've only heard like 10 of the songs that we've recorded.
Just a team. So why an EP? What's the difference between an EP and an album? Because when I called you guys, I said, the album is out. I just said, nah, DJ, it's not an album.
Hold up,
Wait up, man. It's an EP. What's the difference between an EP and an album? And why an EP at this time?
All right, I'll take the EP album question. So EP is just like a shorter format of a release. That's like maybe, I think I don't know if there's standards to it. I think it's like less than 6 songs. It's classified an EP. Although I've seen EPs come out recently that have like 9, 10 songs.
Yours one here has got like 4 songs.
It's got 4. But I think like an EP is just like a shorter form of an album of what we would deliver as an album. It's like more condensed and more, to the point. Why we chose an EP, I think Klaus can explain that.
Yeah, why you doing an EP?
Well, with the whole situation, like I think COVID played a part in us dropping an EP this year. Our plan was to release a full-length album, which we have been working on, and I guess we still are kind of working on now since we have a little bit more time.
Oh, so I don't want to get there, but anyway, you tell us.
My bad.
So that means there is an album coming out.
There is something
in the works.
Something in the cooking. So that means you have heaps. I wonder, where do you get the motivation to write a lot of songs? Because to tell you the truth, even Cabin Fever was kind of addressing the COVID, like you're being locked down and all that. And,
it's
the song itself.
The situations around us motivate us to write whatever we write. So if I'm in a good mood and I feel like partying right now, and like that Cabin Fever song, if you played me that beat when I was in a happy mood, I'll probably write a song about girls dancing and whining or whatever over there.
But it depends with the situation you're in.
It's still a lively type of instrumental which made us write. The song itself is still lively. You can still dance to it. But then the content that's within it was a reflection of how we were feeling at the time. The whole lockdown situation. We were like 4 or 5 months into
we were deep into stage 4. We had like gone into the heart of stage 4.
What's Cabin Fever?
Well, when
you tell us, that's you talking too much.
For a change.
For a change, because the last interview you were here.
Normally I do the bulk of the. But Cabin Fever. I think Klutz again is the better person to answer the question. It's just basically when you start, you're
on a lockdown.
When you start feeling your 4 walls closing in, and you start going stir crazy because you can't actually go beyond those walls. You start. I don't know what's the you can explain
what's the best
better,
explanation?
I don't know. It's like you've said it, and it's just you're staying indoors for too long.
Because that's a song I could relate to during COVID. Because I listened to these songs before anyone. So that's the advantages of being a DJ. Anyway, the EP is called Energy. Why call it Energy? And who chose that name, guys?
Well, okay, so we were saying a little earlier, like it was a girl from Dunedin.
Dunedin? Where's Dunedin?
A small town in the southern part of New Zealand, South Island of New Zealand.
So like a student town.
Yeah. So, it was, when was it?
2010, 2009.
When we were still young Shottaz.
Young Shottaz.
So we had a show over there in Dunedin, and I think one of the girls was just trying to hype people in the back in the backstage. Like, oh yeah, we need a little bit of energy. So that just became our thing.
So it's like that was 2010.
Yeah, way back.
This is 2020. That's 10 years ago.
So that became our thing. Like every time,
she should be a legendary person.
We don't even know her name. If you were at an Afrotago showcase, I think was it August 2010 or August 2009?
It was end of winter.
Yeah. If you were at an Afro-Tago showcase where the young Shottaz performed and you hyped up the guys backstage,
that's the person.
thank you, you're a star.
Owe you some royalty.
Yeah, for this job. Look, I understand Shottaz has sort of like it grew from a long time with different members and stuff like that. And how do you feel Shottaz is as a group now? Can we say the two of you are Shottaz, or some other people from New Zealand and stuff like that? What's going on with the old members and stuff like that? Are they fired, or are they like, what's going on with that, man? Shottaz, who is Shottaz? Are you the brand? You two are the brand, right?
We're the face.
Yeah, we're the brand. We're the face. We're the brand.
Mm-hmm. No one else. If anyone else comes out and go like, I'm Shottaz, what would you say?
Blasphemy.
Now you're like,
so explain to us that deal, man, because it does. I need to understand that.
So from a fronting the crew perspective, yes, it's just me and Shottaz. So there's two Shottaz, Max Shottaz, Shottaz. If you look at any Shottaz collateral,
yes.
If you look at any Shottaz collateral right now, it's just got me and him.
What about the photo you uploaded? One of you uploaded a photo like when you're really young.
It was one of those memories that pop up on social media.
So that's why I asked the question. Like, are the other members still active?
In terms of making music, no.
Not as far as we know. Yeah.
Have you discussed about it or anything like that?
Before, that was a while ago. I mean, the door has been open.
Do you think they will ever discuss about the membership of Shottaz?
I think so. I think it's part of everyone's journey, so they've got every right to, it's part of their journey, it's part of ours. But like as part of Shottaz, I don't think they can, because when we started Shottaz,
it was the young.
So yeah, it was young Shottaz, and it was four of us. And then when we transitioned to Shottaz, it was so natural, because at the time we were working on our first album. So we released an album in 2013 called Stimulus. When we were working on that, it was just natural, bro. We started off with sessions where it was four of us, young Shottaz. And by the time that we started getting into the songs that finally made the album, it was just two people in the studio.
I'm asking that because I've seen a magazine appearance, man. You have to tell us about the Beat magazine. What was that all about? Who approached who? And what was the article about?
So the Beat magazine, that's something that just happened.
That was a good success anyway. That's why I'm mentioning.
Yeah, give thanks, man. Like, it's just knocking on certain doors, and doing the best that we can from our perspective. So every time we release a project, we send out press releases to different media. So like,
so that's how the magazine got hold of it.
Yeah, man. We sent the press release and they got back to us and they were like, look, this is a
I was actually project. Proud because even in the picture you looking a little bit lighter, you're dark at the moment, but
Photoshop. I photoshopped it.
I plead the fifth. Thomas Pegoraro, don't say nothing to nobody, man.
Yeah. So what was the article about? You just Shottaz as a whole, and
so it's about energy. So it was kind of telling people about our release, which is out now, Energy. But with that, they also looked at our journey to energy. So starting from like moving from New Zealand to Australia, releasing Vibes Up, the singles that we discussed in 2020, and finally Energy.
Man, talking about singles, Chimpambaira, you even did a remix. What was going on about that? You released Chimpambaira as a song, then you came back again, and then there was a video about it, then there was a remix about it. Tell us what was going on about. Was it just getting people to know who Shottaz were, or what was going on about Chimpambaira?
I think it was also just part of the cycle of the project. To
Okay.
be honest, it's not like you're just gonna
Because it was
release
a beautiful, it was a
and
beautiful
leave it.
thing. Yeah.
So we gotta find ways of coming back to it and at
Do,
least.
do you have a manager? Do you who manages all these projects?
These two guys. We stretched that project. We stretched that release
You
out.
did. You stretched it so nice.
But I guess the beauty of those remixes now, it brings out different sounds that we normally wouldn't.
That
we normally,
yeah.
So getting different producers, just like, okay, we've got this song. Here are the stems. Chop it up, break it up how you feel, and produce something different.
With the duo that you have, I know he's a little bit more hip hop, and you're a little bit of more dancehall. Is it difficult to work together, or is just like margarine on bread?
Hand in glove.
How do you work, man? It's difficult for me to understand.
Man, you know what? It's too easy actually for us because we've worked together since 2007. You know, so it's one of those things where there's some songs that we actually start never finish because they just don't work for the two of us. So I can find a beat that I like and I'll be like, I'll send it to Shottaz, and you know,
Like, no,
not my thing,
that doesn't work.
and vice versa. You know, but
Okay.
but like at the end of the day, now we know when to persist and when not to. You know, because we've been doing it for a long time. So it's more about time management. It's like, okay, if we catch a vibe, it's on, it's done. And you know when you catch a vibe, because even when we're in Corona, right? For example, Cabin Fever. He sent me Cabin Fever, and I believe that day I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow or whatever, because he sent it to me like in the middle of the night.
I
But
understand. You know what? I'll cut you off there. I understand why he sent you in the middle of the night. Congratulations, Shottaz. He had a little new born baby. So when he's having his night shifts with the baby,
Yep.
you'll be writing. Is that true?
Yeah.
Man's working.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
Man's working all the time.
But yeah, I was supposed to send him the song like in a few days, but I just
And
couldn't.
he's waiting.
No. Well, I didn't make him wait because I caught a vibe quickly, bro.
All
Like
right.
literally that same night, I sent him a demo.
Mm.
He had some corrections, like, yo, maybe correct this, that. But at that point, we already had our song. So
I like that smooth vibe that you have. You correct each other, then you come up with the end result which is beautiful. When can we expect the album to come?
Not telling. It's next year. Definitely next year.
Is DJ gonna get like a fresh release?
definitely.
You will get
what I mean?
the pre-release
Yeah,
at
definitely.
least, but I can't give you a date.
Where can we get your music from, man?
Dub.
That's 4 dubs.
Dot the Shottaz TheShottaz.com. theshottaz.com.
Theshottaz.com.
That is where you need to start. If you do Facebook, Instagram, it's the Shottaz. So theshottaz.com is a good starting place because that's where everything is.
That's the website. That's where you get everything.
That's our
What
spot.
about the other social medias and stuff like that? Facebook, Instagram,
So it's
Snapchat.
It's the same thing, The Shottaz. So we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as The Shottaz. So you go twitter.com/The Shottaz, Facebook's The Shottaz, Instagram The Shottaz. If you go on YouTube, it's Shottaz Music. I blame YouTube for that. YouTube,
Alright.
get your act right. Man.
Yeah, so on YouTube is what?
Shottaz Music.
Shottaz Music.
Yeah, one word.
All right. So Shottaz is SHO.
TTAZ.
All right. Beautiful guys. Is there anything that we left that you want to tell your fans, your followers, and what's the plan, man? Because we wanted to know what's coming up. You've already told us the album is coming up. Do you feel like you're comfortable with Melbourne being open and the shows?
I'm happy everything. I mean, I'm waiting for the next. I'll be the first one in line.
When do you think they were going to open these events and stuff like that? Are you happy with what they're doing? Like the slow opening of venues and stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I have found it so frustrating. So frustrating. So
it's frustrating for me too, you know.
Bro, you go to a bar and you have to stick to your table. So I went to this one bar where,
and you have to pre-book before you even go there.
You have to pre-book, but there's some places where you can go without booking.
All right, you just show up.
You have to stick to your table, bro. Like, so you're given a table. Like, I went to this one venue where I had like a few friends on other tables. And basically we just had to look each other. Hey, and then we kept smiling at each other through the night. Just
and you're trying to eat as well.
Man,
it's not the same. I mean, I honestly won't go out until the people are allowed to dance.
So as of today, they're allowing dance floors. So they've got dance floors up to 50 people. So
have you got any pre-bookings from now, or is really difficult to get anything?
Now we're just waiting to hear back from our promoter friends.
Shout out to someone. Wink, wink.
Promoters.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the promoters out here. Your boy, you know, the one like Versatile. You know, the one like Selector, because me and Selector, you know, we run nice together as well.
Man, I forgot to shout out to Selector.
Yeah.
Selector is when your boy, because sometimes he becomes your DJ as well when you're performing live. Yeah.
He's our DJ.
Whenever he's there, he would be.
Is he? Have you managed to sign him into Shottaz, or
he is one of the Shottaz? But like we said, we are the face. We are the face. The face is these two people.
All right.
But then there's a team behind
people.
You know,
so Selector's definitely one of those people. Definitely. Yeah.
Beautiful. The EP is on Energy. And what's your favorite song on the EP? And the one you would play in your car and then ask class as well.
Me personally, can I give you two? I'll tell you why.
Yes, out of 4. You can get
one.
two out of 4. It's a pass.
Pick one.
Yeah, just that's one.
All right, one. Man, it's hard. It's a toss-up between track 1 and track 2. So I'll go with What You Say Now, just because of like the process that we went through to create that song. So we like What You Say Now is the hip hop track.
All right, that's
and we recorded it in this like boss ass studio in Brunswick, Increased Audio. Shout out to Hooves, shout out to OG. It was an awesome experience. So we go into this like mad like expensive studio.
Because sometimes I see the photos, man, I go like, wow.
Yeah, and it's not even about that, you know.
Wow.
Like we've been in like fancy studios from long time, you know, since young Shottaz days. But it was just the experience, you know. It was such a cool experience, and the song is awesome in my view. So that's my favorite song.
Yes,
I'm biased.
Yeah, tell us.
I'm Cabin Fever.
Yeah, I know. But why Cabin Fever?
I mean, it's a song that just. The other tunes on there are more
conscious.
No, they're more, you know, braggadocious type of, like I'm the man type of tunes, you know. But
all right,
Cabin Fever comes from feeling, you know. That's.
And I like Cabin Fever because it addresses some. Yeah. It feels like it's addressing the corona situation.
And a lot of people have been through pretty much the same situation, so they may actually relate a little bit better, in my opinion, to that tune. Because I mean, it's been too long, man. Been locked in for too long. You can't go out. 5Ks from the house.
Lockdown for sure.
It was bad. So I mean, after a few months, you know, I mean, you try to be strong, trying to go through it. You know, you've got family. You gotta appear strong for them.
Yeah, for sure.
But after a while, you know, it gets to you. It starts getting to you, and you can be as mentally strong as you want, but you will feel it.
So I know this is your interview. I got a question for both of you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
How long did it take you to crack in the lockdown?
It took me till. I'll let you.
I'll tell you something. It was probably March when they started locking us down.
Yeah.
It took March, April, May.
May.
Yeah, that's when. Because my wife was talking too much.
Well, March was bad
crazy
for me because it was my birthday month and I couldn't do anything, and we were just put in lockdown. But I was all right. You know, I rolled with the punches and thing. It was only until, when was it, August? When I wrote that song.
Do you feel Christmas is going to be a normal Christmas?
Fingers crossed, touch wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what is normal.
Normal,
How do you
like
display?
you can go barbecue, you can visit this person, you can go to fireworks and stuff like that in the city and stuff like that. That's
In the
I can
city,
build it
I doubt
a little bit.
I doubt they're gonna have
okay
fireworks in
with
the city.
families, like you can just have barbecue and
For
friends.
families, I think it should be close to normal because now they're saying you can have 30 people over and stuff. So
All right,
hopefully we can have a decent Christmas, you know?
beautiful.
Hopefully.
People, go and look for Energy on Spotify.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
I want to make some shout outs.
iTunes,
Shout out to the one like Slicker One,
SoundCloud.
Toramari Boss,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because you know there's a
Oh, he
collaboration.
featured on. Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to show love to the bro, you know.
How did you manage to get all the collaborations? Sorry, it's going to be a long interview now. How did you manage to get the collaborations? Because I can see you have on an EP 4 songs, 2 collaborations. Is that right?
Well,
Or more than 2?
It's 2 collaborations.
Yeah, I know 2.
Well, you could make it 4 collaborations because we have different producers for each track.
All right.
So
But the ones who sing on it, and I heard Larry Sligo on one of the songs, and that's the song, one of the songs that he was actually putting. You know when Larry when Larry wants to market a song, he will make sure you know that he's on it. So, and I love him for that. Yeah. And how did you manage to get in contact with Larry? I didn't know you even have Larry's number. I thought I was the only one.
Not anymore, sir. Not anymore.
So
he's a humble guy, eh?
Nah, he's cool.
He's a hard-working dude.
So we know Larry through some friends, and we're like we're in a couple of groups on WhatsApp, and. You know, it's one of those where we've always talked about, we're going to make some music together. It's always been like some Garanchao type situations where it's like always like, you know, we're going to do it. We never got to do it. And one time, you know, it all starts with a conversation. One time we're having a conversation and Slicker just offhand said, when are we going to do that song? Basically, that's how it happened. And then the very next day I was like, okay, we've been talking about this. It's just time to do it. I got some rhythms from Juicer, wrote some demos, and Bob's your uncle. We got collaboration with Slicker One, Toramari Boss, Jabaka. well.
So with Oakley Grinnell or something like that. OG, the person himself.
Yeah.
How where do you know him or her from? Because Oakley is a different name. You don't know whether. So because I know the suburb called Oakley. It's a different spelling. Yeah. Anyway.
So
sorry, Oakley.
So we've like true, but it's different spelling.
Yeah.
But like we've known OG from because he's like a big deal in New Zealand. He's one of the like revered producers in New Zealand that has done some great things over the years. So we've known the name. And then it so happened when I moved to Melbourne. The flat that I live in now, I share the flat with OG. So yeah, so that's how that happened.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So it's a small world. They say
small world, blessings in disguise. It just so happened that he was looking for a flatmate at the time. I was looking for a place to stay, and Bob, like, the rest is just history. You know, We've got some big
So
tunes coming with OG,
you
man.
must feel a little bit of pressure to still record, to still work with OG and stuff like that, you know. If OG is around the corner, man, you just go like, these lyrics are good, and OG go like, no, man.
Yeah,
Let's go for a smoke first. I assume, because it's OG.
Facts. I'm not even gonna lie. Facts.
I've never met OG, but I can.
Like for me, like at first there was a bit of pressure, but once we got the first song, because he's one of the people that did a remix for Chimamanda.
Mm-hmm.
So once we got that in the bag, you know, it kind of
his work ethics and stuff like that.
And then that kind of told us that he was.
And his boundary lines and stuff like that. And it's easier if you know how someone works.
Yeah, for sure.
To me, if I'm working with Class, if I know he doesn't cross this line, he doesn't want us to do this and stuff like that, and it becomes easier and become more comfortable.
Yeah. So like
you came to the studio with that necklace. You knew DJ would like that necklace, and I want you to. Yeah, you need to leave this.
I'll get you one. Shout out to DJ Pitt, Rasta Lion Wear.
Mm-hmm. All right, Rasta Lion Wear. What do they do, man?
They sell Rasta clothes, I think. Well, they sell Rasta clothes, including these kind of beads and.
Shout out to him. You have to give me the link. You know,
he's got a shop in Richmond now, so you can actually walk in there.
If he can come here. We can have a chat and stuff like that.
Link him up.
Like I'll give you the link and you can see if you can make it work. Yeah.
Man, we've got Class here. We've got Max Shottaz. The single. No, not the single. The EP. I wanted to say the album actually. The EP is out. Energy. 4 songs, beautiful songs, and these boys here, they put in the work. And any videos are coming for any of the songs here, or you're waiting for the album to come out first?
No, they are. Well, we have plans. We have plans. I mean, it's something we've talked about. We've talked about it, and we were actually supposed to do something last weekend.
All right.
But that didn't work out.
Yeah, some of them busy times.
Someone was using the couch.
Someone was using our props.
All right.
So we couldn't.
Thank you guys for coming. And when will I see you? When the album is out or before the album is out?
I'm not gonna make any promises, man. Like last time
we always make promises. Yeah. But I hope to see you sometime soon. Yeah. Or especially when the album is out, just feel free, man. You're part of the furniture.
You know, like DJ RonRon, that when we've got any releases, you're part of our circuit.
Yes,
because we've got some people that we hit up, and you're one of.
Like I said before, outside this interview, sometimes you feel like, DJ is not helping us selling the music and stuff like that. Just hit me up.
Speed down.
Boom, DJ.
Speed down. Number 5 is DJ RonRon. Number 5.
And that's it. The interview is done.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to all my fans, my family, everyone that loves. Okay. You can cut
this is DJ RonRon, the Gaston Gladiator. We've got the man himself, Class, man like Class. And the man himself, Max Shottaz. These guys are called Shottaz, and go on YouTube. I like YouTube, and I like Spotify. They tell me the SoundCloud and all that.
Any platform that you like listening or streaming music.
Shottaz.
Shottaz.
Just Shottaz.
SHOTTAZ.
And you'll see us posing like that.
Oh, he'll be posing. I'll be just looking at him pose.
We're done.
Looking at the walls and talking to myself in the mirror. Oh Lord, I need a healer. Serious case of cabin fever. Lockdown in my yard. Summer, man through